There we go. But yeah, that's what I completely forgot. Am I in front of the Pokeball? Why am I in front of the Pokeball? Also, why am I so far out? Here we go. Interesting. Where am I? That's a VTuber. Where is my... There we go. I should be behind it now. Yeah. Oh, well, front of it, I mean. But yeah, so then they also had little artist alley, which I was fascinated by that they actually had this year. So I decided to support them a bit. I'm kind of glad I didn't support the ones that actually made a homemade board game, because some of that shit was AI generated. I did not know that until someone basically discussed it while I was doing some other gaming stuff. Because I just heard someone say that. I was like, hold on, that board game over there. Yes, AI generation. Yes, it was like, I'm fucking glad I didn't buy any one of those. Because that's the thing, like the game itself seems very like fleshed out, like they have actually thought of what they're doing. But basically just skipping one part of like, oh yeah, we just wanted to have like this AI generated because we're lazy. Like, nah, sorry, I am not gonna deal with that, nope. But yeah, anyway, Artist Alley. So I got myself one mega... What was it called? I like that Pokemon, but sometimes I forget the name of it. I wanted to say Soul, but it's not so... What did it call again? Give me a moment. Absol. Okay, almost. That's why I thought of Soul. So I got a sticker of Mega Absol because, to be honest, I like Absol, and Mega Absol is just even more edgy, which is awesome. Then I got a shiny Umbreon sticker. For those who doesn't know why, is because I am playing a Pokemon D&D session and we have a shiny Umbreon there, which is wonderful. So even though it's not my favorite of the evolutions, it has a special place in my heart. I also got a Glaceon because that is one of my favorites. Then I got myself a stitched dice bag. Not because I need one, because I actually do have a very nice looking dice bag, which I motive on. But I wanted to support, and the rest of it was basically either like, I don't know, animal ears, animal tails, like kind of furry stuff. Or like earrings, necklaces and stuff. And I was like, I don't need that, and I don't need a big like dice tray out of wood. And this was like a big one. So I thought, like, you know what? I'm gonna get this dice bag because I want to support. And then I got one last thing, which is fancy as hell, which at some point I want to use. And that is a wax seal stamp. I got a wax seal stamp. Technically I got 3. Because you actually can unscrew the handle. So I got myself 3. I got myself 2 letters, one of my real name, and which some knows, it's just I don't really for some reason like to mention it fully. But yes, I got that and a dragon. Plus 2 wax sticks, basically. The problem is, like, these wax sticks, I have no idea how the hell to use them, so apparently I need a spoon for that. Mostly because I want to test it out as well. This is kind of a fancy looking ass thing, I'm not joking. So I now have a feather pen and a wax stamp. I'm gonna be sending some fucking letters. actually have it here. That was the thing I was going to get before because it's nice looking. I actually have the dragon under here right now. So I got 3 stamps now. Okay, I think we're done. So exit the air. Actually, no, I'm gonna check how many souls we still have left somewhere. Oh no, wait, I know exactly what we're doing. You know what? Screw the souls. Screw checking the souls. I know exactly where we're going. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to try and remember, figure out. Plus I know I could have gone to the building already, it is just I didn't do that. Also lowering the sound a bit. Also I brought with me from home my noodle cup figurine, Marceline from Dungeon Mesh as well, because if I got that one I thought like, no fuck it, I'm gonna bring this one with me as well. So I have it sitting on my desk here. What exactly did I need to do? Did I need to check this thing again? Damn. You, by the way, can fuck up. There we go. Oh, so this was before the mold. Oh, shit. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the infirmary quickly. Exit. Student council room. Bots are early today. We can skip this. We have actually been here, so I can just do this. Also, I can making sure I'm like not missing any like souls. Oh, there might be a soul in here. Oh, nothing in there. Okay. Also, I assume I couldn't skip that one. I guess I can skip shit I've actually like done. Because it kind of like counts it as being done even though like I had to reset. Let's say that I think I saved was more after that, so... Yay! Let's go to a connecting corridor. Otherwise we're gonna have to go through the whole damn school again. Also I have some crisps here if you want what I'm chewing on. I already ate my breakfast. I actually started buying crisps at the dollar store because they're bigger and cheaper. Well, I don't know about cheaper, but they're bigger. The bags are bigger and they have like basically like the same kind of amount, or like they cost more or less the same as a normal bag. So it's like it's fucking worth it. It's the same with a drink. It's like it's a bigger drink, but it's like the same price as a normal one. So it's like, yeah, sure. Ooh, I also managed to make myself the bag I wanted to make. So I had like an idea of making like a bag, a leather bag basically, to hang on my like belt. I actually have that now. Hand stitched or hand knotted basically, because I don't have any tools fully. But hey, it actually fits together. It looks pretty nice. So I actually don't complain. It came out really well. Like, sure, it's not leather, so it's not like sturdy. All right, we're gonna do this thing again. But yeah, it actually looks sick, to be honest. So I can hang it on my bag, on my belt, I mean. Okay, what should do? I should do this. Her report, read out loud, because I'm pretty certain she barely can fucking read right now. Mm. Alright, let's just continue. We dealt with that last week, so I basically just like skipped ahead of everything. Which I feel is kind of like on point right now. I love the music just stops in the middle there, like, hold on, weren't you supposed to do something? Oh, serpent path, there we go. There we go, we're gonna do this. Gonna go forward to the rock. There we go. I can quickly return though, so... A guardian fox. Inspect it. This is not really gonna help, to be honest. I'm gonna be careful though, so I don't have to like to redo shit again. So I'm gonna like check on my health here and check all the statues, because I know more or less what I need to do. Oh, animal tracks. Ah, there we go. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for this thing. This very chill and overwhelming pressure instantly vanish. Is that because the curse is no longer active? What is this place anyway? A mysterious area filled with blue flowers and a rustic-looking tomb in the center. Does that have some important meaning? I've inspected thoroughly. An old well surrounded by blue spider lilies. Why is it here? I have a bad feeling about this. Be careful if you want to expect it. Yeah. Anyone down there? Hello? A bunch of stones and gravel, that's all. Well, thank goodness my hunch was wrong. I thought we was gonna at least find a stone. No, not stone. Tooth. Two headstones with some words carved into them. Etching on one of the gravestones weathered so much that basically unreadable, but at least they still have a few letters here and there. The others has scarcely any trace left, and that it ever said anything to begin with. Ooh, spooky. An eerie voice is ringing in my ears again. Know your resentment. Did this voice belong to one of the spirits resting here? Whose grave are they, though? If only we could find out who the owner of these tombs are. Let's investigate. My eyes are fixed on the tomb, though I can barely make out anything due to how faint these letters are. Maybe I can deduce what's written on the stones if I run my fingers over it and feel for indentations. Jesus. Focus my attention on the tip of my finger and attempt to slowly trace the letters. You see, on the left is GR and the right one is NM. And on an M. I'm pretty sure this is a word. Groom? This must be groom. I give an answer in my mind. Was I wrong? Did the spirit of this tomb just respond to my answer? Is the one buried here one of the bridegrooms who died an unnatural death? There's the sound of something small rolling around near the tomb. Tooth! Thank you. That's a good upgrade. I don't know how much more we need though. I think we like need 2 or 3 more before we actually level up to level 7. But we do need a spider lily because for those who doesn't remember, well, last week they told us that we need like to make the red pure blue. You know what, just in case, I am actually going to return to infirmary because I don't want to like waste my energy just trying to survive the last moments. Also, we can trade for secret objects. Sacred objects, not secret though. Wait, what did this do? Reduce 4 action costs during this expensive act. Yeah. I feel suspensive act is like one of the worst things to deal with. Oh shit, that's not what I want to do. I actually wanted to check the status of lost souls. There's 4 more in the chapter. I'm gonna save just in case. There we go. And I'm gonna go to... Oh, I can go to Fox Forest directly. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you. There we go, Serpent's Path. Now we just need to find the red spider lilies, so we're just gonna have to do this and go through the cursed area. And just go through. I can't actually run here. Fox Path, yeah. Ah, here we go. We're gonna use blue spider lily. I placed the blood-stained spider lily in the fox's mouth with the blue spider lily. The malicious spiritual phenomenon in this place has subsided. Hell yeah. You know what? Just because of how little health we have and shit like that, I'm just gonna do this again. As a safety precaution. I know it takes some extra time, but I only lost like half my health there for just a moment. Plus I can run all the way now. I just need to find where the serpent path is. There we go. I always forget what the serpent path is. I have to like check whenever I like walk past stuff. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. Let's run through this place. At the end of the hidden path, I find the ground of a shrine surrounded by trees. Unlike the shrine on the main path, which was completely gone, crumbling remains of this shrine remains. Is this the main shrine, the Mushikabi shrine? Oh yeah, is this when we realize, or when we see what's actually happening here? Because I'm not gonna lie, this is fucked up. Or it might not be, I don't know. There is at some point we learn to know what this is actually about. I feel the blood drain from my face when I hear that admonishing tone. The same voice I heard at the forest entrance, and at the tomb. Will we uncover the owner of that voice if we investigate this place? But first of all, check the trees. Nothing, okay. The crumbling shrine remains far at the back of the grounds. The darkness of the woods make it apparent that this shrine was built a long time ago. This place really is the Mishikabi shrine. The departed's wedding took place here, right? Yeah. Here where Mushigami and Kabigami were enshrined. The chosen bride and groom held a sacred wedding as they wished for the famine in M-Town to end. I probably guessed it, but does it seem like that the departed is actually the spirit of the bride? They're obsessed with marriage. It must be tied to the wedding ritual. My guess is something happened during the ritual that is the source of the grudge. To be honest, that is making sense, just as he says. Because they are very attached to the need a wedding. And if it has to do with this shrine, then yeah, something went wrong. And as I said before, as you heard, it's kind of fucked up. Yeah, we're gonna have to learn what's going on here. Truth is something you reveal with brute force. Fair enough then. And take a closer look at the ruined shrine and notice something buried there. Is that a wooden box? Going inside to collect it's a risky proposition. What should I do? Fucking hell. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to get that wooden box. Seriously? I'll get it. With your reflexes, you'll be trapped there if the roof collapses. We need the box anyway, so it's like, there's not really much to choose between. Are you out, Mashita? Quit making a fuss about nothing, it just hit my hand. Fair enough. Okay, this is the one you wanted, right? No, it's the one next to it. Fuck. Mashita returns with a Paulovnia box in hand. He then puts it down on the ground. It's the only thing that stood out to me. Everything else there is just broken pots and altars. Hurry up and open it. Inside the box are a vermilion ink palette and a bundle of paper. While the ink might be old, the container was sealed, so it should still be usable. The paper is yellowy, so it must have been down there for quite a long time. And there's some red stains on it as well. Those looked more like blood than ink, though. There's something written on the paper. Read it. I can't read it quickly. It's written in old script and I can't make it out. We'd better have Yasoka do it. Hell, you're just gonna keep me in a suspense? How about the stuff on the first three papers? Aren't those names? Fine, I'll read it. Mushigami Groom, Sugoyu Kijijima, head. Kabigami Groom, Jiro Ushikoshi, head. The part mentioned heads is stained with blood, making it difficult to decipher. The heck is that head part? Oh, I'll read the second and third sheets. Marriage. Kabigami bride, Mikikuyo Mayumura. Mushigami bride, Mishio Mayumura. The ceremony will be held on year X, month X, day X. Mushigami shrine priest, Uyiteru Izumi, and 6 others. There are thumbprints next to the 3 names. That's what the vermilion ink must have been used for. The priest's last name is Izumi. Is that just a coincidence? Mikiko Mayumura and Michiyo Mayumura. Are they the brides of the departed's wedding? If this ceremony is the genesis of the departed's resentment, one of them might have died a horrible death and become the departed. Which one of them then? Oh, took 11 damage there, damn. I think it's now we learn to know what the true wedding of the departed is, and as I said, it's fucked up. A vision is projected into my mind. So this is basically the departed's wedding. Several men are holding down the two women in a dimly lit room. Also, you remember when we just read head? Yeah, apparently you just need the head of the grooms. Several men are holding down two women in a dimly lit room. Those men are putting horrifying insects and mold on the bodies of the two women. And in the back are the small offering stands with the heads of the two men placed on it. The women let out a pained groans. Keep your makeup on now. The men continue to apply the disgusting makeup in silence. The woman on the left is covered in mold, while the one on the right is riddled with bugs. Her porcelain skin has been made filthy. The women scream and contort. However, the men prevent them from escaping. Do not struggle, do not scream. Your stamina is essential for the ceremony. Hours, days, weeks from now, we shall paint you with the color of bugs and molds. You shall be suitable brides for the deities. Her voice is mixed with pain and anger, and yet her words don't register with the men at all, as they continue to smear bugs and mold onto them with expressionless faces. Spend your days covered in bugs and mold, eating bugs and mold. Your organs shall be infused with mold, and the cavities in your bodies shall be filled with insects. Like, I know they're basically saying that the spirit is evil because it basically cursed the whole town and it just like died out and stuff, but this curse that we're dealing with, yes, that is absolutely bad stuff going on. But for the whole town to just die out by a curse, I wouldn't really say like, oh, poor town, because if this is the shit they did, because like, oh, we have the deities we believe in, and for some reason we think this is a good idea, yeah, you are really, you're asking for it. It will be as if you have departed from this world. Lord Mushigami and Kabigami should be delighted to see how beautiful their brides are. Now here's the thing, they did ask before who of these two is the departed because something bad happened at the wedding. Both of these two are actually like pained. So yeah, we're alive yet we're rotting. The portion's skin turns black as mold, our hair becomes the color of a silkworm cocoon. Oh yeah, that's what happened with The white-haired girl, I forgot her name right now because it's too early in the morning. But there is also a funny thing. Remember that they got cursed by the doll and one of the girls was the departed? But not only that, it did say that the hair turned to like circle and white, which we have one girl, and one's skin turned black. Do you remember we have another girl which is cursed by the same doll, said to be the departed? The suffering is the pledge of a happy couple. This isn't the pledge I hoped for. I shall never forget this. Everyone in this village, even if I die and become the departed. As I said, the curse we deal with now, definitely something that is like, yeah, I'm gonna deal with you. But for them to curse the town and the whole town just got extinct, I don't like. As I said, they brought it upon themselves. I'm not even gonna say a poor town or anything. Like if this is what they did as a knowingly doing this, it's like, yeah, you fucked up and you know you fucked up, but apparently you didn't want to believe you fucked up. As my vision starts to blur, I regain my senses. However, my breathing is ragged and my body is trembling uncontrollably. I felt this intense loathing flowing through me when the vision came in. It's all their fault. Hey, why are you shaking so much? What happened? Mashita, I think I know the origin of the departed's resentment. What did you say? The departed? Since when did you get here? It's a spirit. I'm pretty sure they can just appear sometimes. Like an insect, the departed wriggle their way closer. It's like the time when I killed the Mishiho. That's where they were. That's their name, Mishio. But why are they here? Does this place really hold meaning for them? My dear husband. Despite the transformation, their nickname for me remains the same, as well as their obsession towards me. They departed. Force myself to suppress my fear, propel words out of my mouth. There is something I want to ask them. You. Were you killed here? So you saw. You saw the ugly part of me. Were you Mayamura in your past life? Forget the ugly me. I shall become more beautiful soon. Do you still regret what happened? I can help you dispel it. Cut that shit out. Don't talk with the dead or you'll be dragged to their world. Fair enough. Thanks, Mishita. Oh, for fuck's sake, are you trying to get yourself killed? Get your shit together and prepare yourself, got it? Okay. What? Oh yeah, they're pissed. I am the one who should be standing next to my husband. You are a hindrance. Ooh. Mashita clutches his chest as he lets out a painful groan. Are they going after Mashita? Yeah, fuck, they're really messing with me. Yeah, no shit. That part of the harbor's hostile feelings towards Mashita. Mashita will be in danger if we confront the departed now. Then again, our opponent for this battle is the departed. There's no way I'll be able to run away from them easily. If we're going to run away, I need to create an opening. I'm gonna do this. It's probably gonna be a bad idea, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Pulling gun up the suspicious bag, I try firing at the departed. There's no guarantee the gun will have any effect on the departed. Panicking, I don't get a secure grip on the firearm and it tumbles to the ground. Should I do this instead then? Fuck it. You talked about like being husbands, I'm gonna do this. I try opening the lid so I can get the vermilion ink. Open the lid, I apply some of the ink on my lips as if I'm doing my own makeup. Ever since the prehistoric times, makeup has always been held significance in relations to the gods and the dead. So it might also have significance to the departed. Our departed shows no interest in my attempt to make up and become hostile. Okay. Fuck it, I might just shoot. Shoot! Okay, let's go. Vermilion ink. No. I basically need to draw their attention, and right now just like even doing the like marriage stuff doesn't seem to do anything. It might have no effect, but it might actually draw their attention. Right now that's the only thing I'm asking for. Point a gun at the departed's huge body, I squeeze the trigger. The bullet seemed to hit the departed's body. Nice one. They might like me a lot, but maybe that love isn't strong enough to survive an attack. The departed sounds sad, and the breathing becomes unsteady. It seemed to have made them feel a bit uneasy. Look like this is the right choice, so I was right the first time. Did you do something bad in your past life or what? This shit is clearly head over heels in love with you. I guess they are. What is this guy trying to be sexy for? I have no idea. The part of furiously shrieks after hearing Machita's insult. Then they slowly approaches us. The party can't maintain their composure. That caused the thing hidden behind their huge body, something resembling a face, to become exposed. Damn well, we managed to get them riled up, but now they're closing in. True, expect their target is apparently me. When the time comes, I'll lure them to me, use that chance to escape. That's madness. If we do that, you'll... We need to create an opening to escape. I'm gonna shoot at the face. I pull the gun out of my bag and try to take a shot at the party's face. Wait a second, was it him that was going to do the... You know what, fuck it, Machita, could you try to do this? As I'm about to hand the pipe back to Machita, he pulls out his own gun. He then aimed at the party's face. Fair. He's a detective. Or investigator, something like that. It would surprise me if he has this. Aiming the gun at the party's face, Machita swiftly pulls the trigger. And then they shriek in anger and become hostile towards Mashita again. Okay, so it is me that has to do it. For some reason I felt it was probably better if he did it, because he needed to like make draw their attention. A 95 need to hit, right? I can't imagine anything that would set someone off more than being hit in the face, especially by their beloved. I want to make them really distraught, but I think that pissed them off. That, however, what's happening? Unable to control their emotion, the party lets out a scream that pierces the sky. They stagger backwards, trying to hide their face. Oh god, I mean, this nut just sure has some crazy mood swings, huh? Yeah, it really has. Well, I think we managed to provoke them. Look at it, it was the right choice. Whenever is... Oh, I think we managed to provoke them the right choice. It sounds so wrong. Alright, it's time to run away, time to go. True, but we should split up to make sure that at least one of us gets out of here. But no time to complain, just do it. I'll go through the forest, you follow the path. Understood? Before I can reply, Mashita has already run into the woods, avoiding the party. Upon seeing that the party shrieks in rage. Chasing after Mashita, they disappear into the woods. The party and Mashita has vanished. A sense of hopelessness and loss dwells inside me again. I was powerless to do anything. Well, let's return. I can't really do much else. We know the truth now. We just have to go and get there. I might actually finish this game today. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would. I thought there would still like be some time left, but who knows. Question what should play next time. I think it might be done there. Or it might be on your tail. I'm kinda interested in playing that as well. I think it's a little mini chill game. I might just do a vote with that, to be honest. Which I'm pretty certain the Dante game is actually going to win, so. I have to like redo my list of games I can play on stream. Because I do have a few now I can do. I might actually add in the Octopath Traveler 2. I know it's a long game, and I know it takes like a shit. Oh, that's the doll. I recognize the little squeak sound. Takes a shit ton of time to play, and especially like when you need to level up and shit, but it's still a fun game. The female doll is standing as she always does. I have a right back here near the clock tower. It's all over. The school, you, everyone. Attacked by Mushikabi, bitten by them, eaten. Like us. What do you mean by like us? Do you remember? That day, we were eaten by Mushikabi. We became one. Mushikabi, scary. Scary. Wait, what did you say just now? They were bitten by Mushikabi. Don't tell me this doll is... That is really? None of the intense hatred I felt earlier is coming from this doll. Instead, I sense confusion and fear. I'm begging you, please tell me. Who are you? This bell sound is... The ice just fucking goes everywhere. The female doll screams and disappears. Well, time to go there. Time to go to the infirmary. I know what, like, the true sense of this. I was gonna ask if anyone is in chat want to, like, give a little answer later on, but I don't know if anyone's gonna be here to give an answer, because we gonna have, like, a little resolution screen to guess what's going on, what everything is. Oh, now this place is red as well. That's fucked. Yes, everything has turned red. Is this the same for the infirmary? Because I know what the truth is. I have played this before. I was wrong first, but that was because I was kind of like guessing some stuff, and I realized I was completely out of it. As I feared, the infirmary is also bathed in red light, and the two people who had left here are nowhere to be found. There's no response. Has the departed come here again? That time the departed left a notice targeting the student council on the desk, and given previous events. I knew it. There's another notice from them. The notice departed send or to test the candidate for her husband. I said they already consider me their real husband. How else do they want me to test me now, Jesus? The day to exchange our votes has arrived. I shall be waiting for you under the oath bell. Please come after you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, in the red wedding hall, please call the name of your bride who is hiding in school. Your beloved departed. The words 2 and 4 are written upside down. Ah, it's written upside down. I think I know what that puzzle is for something. Wait, that voice. Ahsoka? I rush over and find Ahsoka laying under the bed. She's unconscious, but she doesn't appear to have sustained any injuries. Are you alright? Yes, more or less. What in the world happened to you? I don't know. I was talking with Dorio, and then suddenly my head started spinning. I lost consciousness. Where's Dorio? My apologies, I don't know. Perhaps she was taken by the departed like I and Sho. I have to hurry and look for her. But I'll be killed if I chase after the departed now. I'll die with a pointless death without saving anyone. This will be a battle against the departed, and there's a key to clear the grudge. I only stand a chance against them if I can find that key. I need to calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her first. You look like you have many things that you want to talk about. And you're anxious and patient right now, but can you please tell me what happened? Where's Mashita, by the way? Why are you alone? Oh. I tell her about the departed Torgen Mashita. They both disappeared. Oh, I see. Because of me, Mashita is... Don't blame yourself. Mashita was simply living life according to his own rules. You shouldn't have any regrets. Much rules. To live the life of an officer. Even after he quit, he couldn't run away from his destiny. Ashita's a tenacious man who would do anything to solve the case. Despite that, he never allowed himself to forget his past life as a cop. Those were his rules. That means... I get it, Ashita. I'll give it my all and focus on solving this case. That's what you want, right? Ahsoka, when did the lights here turn red? I noticed as I started to lose consciousness. The party's curse seemed to have enveloped the entire school. This is the worst. We don't know what will happen. But why now? If the cause is the same as last time, perhaps the departed has transformed again. It means, did they consume something again? Possibly. What did they consume then? Say yes, okay. Can you decipher these papers for me? I believe this is the departed's wedding, but it's an old script. I'm sure this has something to do with the departed's grudge. Sure. There's not much here, so it wouldn't take long. Wait a spell. I attempt to calm myself down while Ahsoka reads. In the meantime, I'll organize all the information I got in the forest. I might find out the truth about the departed. The departed's wedding. A sacred wedding ceremony that was held in an attempt to end the famine. The brides and grooms were carefully selected based on their intelligence, lineage, personality, and spiritual strength. Which is why the chosen ones were thought to be blessed and envied by many. The truth is, those chosen brides and grooms actually believes they have a blissful marriage. The two chosen brides were Mayamura's. They were obviously sisters. One beautiful night, the gorgeous bridal procession advanced deep into the forest. They were headed towards Mishikabi Shrine. However, the marriage ceremony held at that place was far from the happy occasion they wished for. Instead of marrying their grooms, the brides were paired with the deities Mishigami and Kabigami. Before they beheaded the grooms, they were prepared for the wedding to the deities. And that preparation included being given a makeover with bugs and mold. Oh shit. I managed to press double. Over time, their skins were consumed by insect and mold. To keep themselves alive, they consumed both the insects and the mold. That's how the women who resembled corpses were made worthy of becoming brides of deities. For a long, long time, they had to suffer with bugs and mold slowly eating away at their bodies. A brutal betrayal for brides who were deceived into thinking they were destined for a happy marriage. Such an incident is cruel enough to have borne myriad grudges, yeah, fair enough. The whole town got cursed and just died of hunger or something, and they got it coming. Like, as I said, they got it coming. I have no idea why they thought like that would be like a good idea. Like, I had like a half thought when I think of this game and like Return. Because Return, if I'm not mistaken, they basically have like a train station, a very small one out in the forest. And they basically tell people not to go out in the train at night. So something tells me like they have like a sort of spirit station there, because like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't remember if I fully read about it or if it's me just filling the gap, but it's like, you know, like helping the spirits to the other side of the grave, basically. And like, here you have a train station, you can take the train to the afterlife. But the problem is like, humans doesn't control shit like that. That's exactly what happened there. Like, a kid went out and was like consumed by I don't think an angry spirit, I think some sort of entity, to put it simple, because I have no fucking idea what that shit was. The only spirit I was dealing with was basically the kid and what the kid has been doing, but the kid basically calmed this evil spirit by the entity. And it's the same thing here. It's like they believed in a mold and insect god, and somehow believed by doing this it would help us. Like, how? When did it start and why? Like, it must have some sort of origin, and like, how would that origin even be like continued? Like, yes, this is a good idea. Like, it's not a good idea. Like, exactly what happened. Like, oh yeah, we're basically gonna like get rid of famine by doing this. And what happened? They died out. Why? Because they created a grudge. Like, they don't control shit like this. So why did they think that, yeah, making up our own little thing, our own ceremony, to please something that they don't really understand would help? I'm done reading. As you presume, this was indeed about the party's wedding. I should give it a summary. I write down what Yashoka says in my notebook. Right, it hasn't been used in 200 years, 100 years. Understandable, but still, it's fucked up. It's like a summary of the papers confirms what I saw in the vision, although I've only learned about maybe half the truth of the situation. That much is enough to make my skin crawl and my stomach retch. I've said everything I wanted to say to Yasuke, and with that, I have all the keys that I can possibly prepare. I don't know if this will be enough to battle against the party's enormous resentment. But still. Just checking what's on YouTube in the background. Such an odd music to have in a game like this. It's a banger in a sense, but still. Are you going? Yeah, but the party is calling me. I have to bring an end to this night. They have such a weird sense of like resolution music in this game. First you have this like creepy ass music, and then when there's like something that is like heartful or like in a sense meaningful, they bring over this music. As I said, it's like, it's nothing like wrong with it. It's kind of fitting in a sense, especially like when you play like, think like JRPGs when they like bring on the boss music and shit like that. It's kind of the same there. It brings like a sense of like what's going on, like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my A game now. But it's just such a 180. My feet have been hurting after I fainted. I'm unable to run in my condition. It's fine, you can stay here. If I fail to come back, please take care of the rest for me. Understood. Do you know where the party is? It's written in the notice. The clock tower, right below the oath bell. I see. Hear me out. I should risk his life for you. As did I, Sho, Diamond, and Hero. And everyone wanted to help you out. That's what you believed. Faith is a weapon to battle against fear. And that's how they were able to challenge those spirits. You're right. It's nice of them that I am here at this critical moment. So Seth, you risk your life to pursue these spirits. But what drives you to do it? My motivation? Spare me the talk of sense of responsibility or obligations. Tell me what you hope to accomplish by hunting spirits. What made me start chasing spirits? Initially was because I didn't want to die. 4 months ago I pursued spirits to escape death. I managed to save the souls of the spirits and they survived. It should have been the end of my dealing with spirits, except it wasn't. I continued pursuing them. Endured the fear and putting my life on the line. Why did I do that? I can only think of one answer. Please don't actually let me write it out. I just can't ignore those who have stepped into darkness. Not only those who are tortured by spirits, but the spirits who are bound by their regrets, who also want to be saved. I simply want to do what I can to help them. So you want to save everyone. I'm not a saint. I know I can't save everyone. But I want to reach out my hand as far as I can, to as many as I can. I don't care if that makes me sound like a hypocrite with a mature complex. You sound like a doctor. Maybe because I'm the spirit doctor. In that case, you should hang on to that hypocrisy. I can't pronounce that right now. So that's everyone, both the living and the dead. Let me say and rest peacefully. Yep. Well, the music continues. There is still like 4 tooth somewhere. I don't really care right now. Oh, they actually made sure that it stopped after a moment. Kind of neat in a sense, to be honest. I actually like my little wax stamp. As I said, I just need like a spoon for it so I can melt the wax. I can just stamp it. I tried to do it with just like a lighter. It didn't really help, to be honest. The first time I actually lit the fucking wax on fire. Ugh. The departed must be waiting inside to exchange the vows with the groom, me. Also step aside here, this case is coming to some kind of conclusion. Though there is one matter left I need to resolve before I enter this place, and that is the true identity of the departed who has been hiding here in the Konara Academy. In the Red Wedding Hall, please call the name of your bride who is hiding in the school. Reading the notes, it seems like they want an answer. I don't have time to think about this once I'm inside. So now's the only time I have to think it over. There will be crucial choices after this. Once you make your choice, you won't be able to return to Infirmary until the story progresses. You may want to collect more lost souls or sacred objects and save your progress first. I've done that, and I don't care about the souls anymore. Yeah, we're gonna solve it. If I'm not handling it today, I will handle it tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week. First of all, I have some speculation about their identity. About 100 years ago, there were brides who were brutally murdered during a wedding ceremony in M-Town, harboring grudges against all the residents while still longing for marriage. They were devoured by insects and mold. Their enormous grudge turned them into the departed. That much we know. And that's also probably why the departed looks like there is a multiple entities. Because this is something I didn't really think much of before, because I didn't think I needed to fully figure this out, but that's because there are two, in a sense. That's both of them. Now the real question is, how did the departed hide in the school? Toshiko Izuma said the departed was pretending to be human. If he was telling the truth, I have a feeling they transformed into someone I know. They want to observe the groom, me, from nearby. People in Konara Academy who interacted with me. Many of them were victims in spirit cases. Naomi Horoshi, Shinshiki Kakuta, Ritsu Sakamoto. They're no longer here. I couldn't protect them. The one who are still alive, or... Yo, Gami! Good morning to you. How are you doing? Oh, Jesus, that was my bell. Hold on, give me a moment. You know?
Jag skulle bara vilja prova våra huvudnyckel i den här cylindern och se lite om det funkar.
Jo, inga problem.
Ja,
Japp.
det var bara.
there we go. How are you doing, Ganny? But I just realized you probably heard that. If you heard the conversation, I have no idea. Yeah, there were just some people needed to check if the head key was actually fitting in my lock. And it's probably kind of like against the rules to just do it if no one is home, basically. Or if no one has been like announced. How are you doing, Ganny? Also, I'm kind of glad you're here because I also want you to help out with figuring stuff out. I know what's going on, but I want someone who doesn't know about the game to actually answer some shit here. Mishu Kinukawa, whose status is unknown. Mishu died at the clock tower last night. But if she was the departed, her death would not prove her innocence. It's also the matter of the things we notice at the dorm room. There's clearly something odd about that room. I'm doing meh. Just been lazy piece of shit all day and my bike can't run, so I don't know how to go to college tomorrow. What's up? I'm good. Been on the board game convention on the weekend. Had a good time. Got a few dices, got a figure, got some stickers. I got myself a wax stamp. Not joking, I got myself a wax stamp. Do you know one of those things you use to basically seal letters? I have now a feather pen and a wax stamp. I'm gonna be sending some fucking letters. Yeah, this one looks actually pretty cool. It actually has an exchangeable stamp. So I have 3 stamps. I have one with the first letter of my name, an S because, well, South, and then one with a dragon on it. Going on to 1600s with those. Yes, exactly. So I got some cool shit though. Not too much maybe with board games because they either have like party games or like family games, which I wasn't too fully interested in those. Or they had like wargaming like Warhammer or Bolt Action, which wasn't really interested in either. But I managed to find myself a figurine of a Dungeon Meshi character. Because I like to get characters that I know of. And that was basically the only one that I have seen the series and stuff like that. There's only one I got that I don't know of, and that was basically Albedo. But that was because there wasn't really anything else to choose, and it actually looks good, so I don't complain. I only recognize Cloud and Yuffie? Is it Yuffie that is from Final Fantasy as well? But yeah, I found those, but they were like $260. I was like, I might have the money for that, but fuck, that's expensive. Other than that, I actually got a bag of mismatched dice. So I have like 2 see-through resin dice with mushrooms in them. I have 1 see-through that is a rabbit. I have a see-through / cloudy see-through orange one, because it's like a mixed resin. I have a black and orange mix color dice. I have a green hue die, and I have like a cloudy see-through sparkly die. It's safe to say Mishu Kinukawa is prime suspect. Yeah, that's fair. Let's start deducting right now. Assuming the party is among the ones still alive, we can exclude Mr. Konoe and Abe. The departed is said to be a bride, and those who hold a grudge are female. So it stands to reason that they transform into a girl. This is just my conjecture, obviously. Oh, right now we're doing a conclusion of the game, and we're trying to figure out who the departed is. We do believe it's Michio, which is the white-haired girl, because she basically died, and we might believe she is departed due to loving bugs, but apparently loves frogs. Which is kinda odd. Not only that, her room hasn't been used for months. So right now I just want to see if whenever I didn't meet her until Mr. Kokuri's case. Before that, the party attacked both I and Shu after learning about my friendship with them. Yeah, after last time I kind of figured out it would be her. Yes, but now we're gonna basically do a stuff with the game as well. We're gonna answer like who we think is the departed. I don't know if I'm gonna basically keep the answer because I kind of want to get a good ending, and to be honest, I think if I answer wrong, my battle with the departed is gonna be hell. So I want to at least hear the conclusion you have, most because you're the only one here that is actually chatting. Dory is rather suspicious. Together with Michio, she's been helping me from the very beginning. Not only that, think it like this as well. They believe that the doll is the departed, and when they touched the doll, she got her skin color miscolored, and Michio got her hair miscolored. Not only that, I did get this, by the way. I don't know if it actually is gonna say it in here. No, not this one. Because basically, I'm gonna explain to you what the departed's wedding really is, because we've learned that now. Yasuka's summary of the paper bundle. It was a note about a religious oath on the departed's wedding for the grooms, bride and priest. Looks like residents of the town forgot the ceremony procedures given that it has been 100 years since the last held. The chief priest Mushikabe Shrine secretly wrote this memo for them. During the wedding ceremony in M-Town, the two grooms shall present their brides with red threads and smear lipstick on their teeth. This ceremony is unique in M-Town, where silkworm and safflower flourish. Previous brides have been overjoyed to be proposed in such a traditional way. However, the departed's wedding is different. Instead of the grooms, Mushigami and Kabigami, men from the town shall present the brides with insects instead of red thread and smear mold upon them instead of lipstick. This betrothal ceremony shall last for several days. During this time, the bride shall eat bugs and mold to survive. Their bodies shall continue to be consumed by insects and mold until they have turned into the departed, brides worthy of wedding the deities. Where basically we saw a vision of someone's hair turning silk white and someone's skin turning dark as mold. I just want to make that clear because that is kind of like a little clue here. Together with Michio, she's been helping me from the very beginning. Additionally, she knows all about the case and is quite interested in me. We can assume Imiko Dorio is a suspect. It's just a possibility, but also they were two sisters that basically were the last brooms. Yeah, after I heard insects and mold. Yes, and also it is two sisters who basically was married. One to the mold and one to the insect. If Michio and Dorio are the departed, their smiles when they called my name and when they told me they believed in me, it all came from the dead. That reality would be a bitter pill to swallow. However, there's still another possibility, and that's the fact that Izumi might not have been telling the truth. Izumi was going insane at the time. He might have not intended to lie, though that's not to say that he didn't lie either. If we consider that possibility, the female doll would seem suspicious. We were eaten by Mushikabe. Her last words matched the ritual scene I saw in my mind. Especially because the word we could refer to the two brides. Two souls with the same resentment turned into a single spirit. And that spirit is the departed. The possibility is there. We can assume the female doll is also a suspect. Unlike a detective novel or a police drama, we're not just going to turn up definite evidence in a spirit case like this. Despite that, I still have to make a choice. Among the three likely candidates, which is the departed? I can't afford to make a mistake. I made a mistake first time and I was My bad, basically. Also, we know one thing as well. Our police friend made sure to lead the departed away from us because we were actually fighting them for a moment. And after that, the school turned more red, which means that the departed probably consumed someone or something again. The question is, Gally, do you think she's the departed or not? This is basically what I wanted to ask the people in chat. What do you believe? Do you think Kinukawa is the departed? As I said, I am probably gonna just do the right answers afterwards when you have answered. Because, as I said, I know how hard this battle will be if I choose wrong. I have played this before, and I fucked up once. I didn't think things through. I played the game without really like having a thought of what was going on. Yes, you think yes, and that is actually correct. Himiko Durio is... What do you think, Gabby? Do you think Durio is the departed or not? Yes, also. You're correct there. The female doll is... What do you think here, Gani? What about the female doll that has been giving us hints? And actually been repairing themselves all through the departed's transformations? Yes. Actually not. The doll is actually not the departed. I don't know really about their last sentence of being eaten by Mushikabe, but they are actually not the departed. It is going to be explained later on a bit. But they are actually not. And if I would choose that they were, oh, that was going to be so worse. I thought it was a case of two souls fused making the doll. You're right. It actually is. You are right about that, Gani. It actually is. But you have to think differently. Time to go to the clock tower. Everything will be clear there, whether I like it or not. Yeah. There are two souls in the doll. You are correct. But it's not the departed. The door to the clock tower is open. The departed is waiting for me up ahead. I can't imagine what will be happening next. Did you figure out which souls are the doll? I didn't realize it until they actually explained it to me, to be honest. As I said, when I played this game, I just played it to chill and just relax. So in the end here, I didn't think it was going to be like a conclusion thing, and I was like, yeah, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Okay, so wait a second. So I'm gonna just check something because there is a puzzle here, and I just need to check what the puzzle is. Notice from Guruma. Here we go. So I need to go up once, up on 2, except it's upside down. Nope, because the 2 brides are the departed, because they died by basically being wed. Do you want me to tell you? Wait. Oh, the girls. Do you mean the 2 we talked about before? Give me a second, I can't really do anything right now. Because the girls in the game are kind of like... Not her, not her, not her, not her. We have Dorio, which I said has a very surprisingly dark voice. We have Michio. She's gone. She's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Well, he's not dead, but he's gone. Gone. She's alive. And then we have just other people. So we have like 3 girls here. What's this dreadful sensation feeling there? The power of the curse is overwhelming. I have to put an end to it quickly. Yes, you are actually correct. So they basically switched. Ah, there you see the doll. So why the curse actually got worse was because they consumed the doll. Something's rolling on the floor. This is... So here's the thing. I'm gonna just let them talk here, so it's gonna be a bit explained. The broken remains of the female doll. But how? What happened? With the pain from the curse and the anguish from this surprise, my head about to burst. If this wasn't a horror game, this could have been a plot to a doujin, because I read something exactly like this. Fair! Calm down, just calm your ass down. So I say to myself over and over again. Then I inspect the broken female doll. Her limbs are missing. Only her head, dress, and some broken pieces remains. When I come closely at the broken pieces, I see something resembling teeth marks. It's mostly like from a bite. Fair. Was she devoured by the departed? The departed grew stronger after devouring the doll, which turned the lights in the special building red. This does make sense. I hear a faint voice. Is this the doll's voice? Take me. Eat me. Oh, that's why the doll acted the way it did. Yeah. Eat me. Protect you from red curse. Her voice goes silent. What did the female doll say? Take me. Eat me to protect you from red curse. I still don't get it, however. This doll mustered all of the remaining strength just to say that to me. So I can't ignore her words. I better take her corpse with me. And here's the thing. If I would say that the doll was actually the departed, I wouldn't actually take this. And as you heard, eat me to be able to protect yourself. That means I would basically ignore the doll and I would make it so much worse for me. Yeah, that makes sense because we drew to that conclusion. Yeah, so if we drew the other conclusion, it would just be like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore this shit. And it's like, yeah, that's not good. Is this all thanks to this female doll? Yep, final confrontation. I climbed the ladder once again. Where will this ladder take me this time? Will I end up climbing the clock tower for all eternity without an exit? My mind conjures up numerous ominous predictions, like with this one, after another. Except I know that it can't be how this ends. What the party wants is a wedding ceremony, and a groom is needed for that to happen. I guess this ladder is like a vertical wedding aisle. And waiting for me at the end will be my bride. And here is actually where the red doll was before. Because he said they found a red doll at an altar, but there was no altar ever, because there was only one, basically one set of ladders. Why is it still like... There we go. It kind of just annoyed me whenever I saw that on screen. There was like a red stuff around. The stone walls and floors are covered with red mold. There are strange plants growing on the floor that looks like overgrown moss. Well, technically mold is like a mushroom, so it wouldn't surprise me if it looked like stuff like moss and stuff. Wait, moss isn't mushrooms actually. Moss is... No, is moss mushrooms? No. But I think it's like a similarity. I'm a bit uncertain. A sign that you'll never see in nature. The deported causes paranormal phenomenon. Nah, they just grow here normally. There is an altar in the middle of the room. It's an altar that would be the center of a Western-style wedding. This will be the end of my walk down the aisle then. I'll take the notice out and check it. Yeah, after that, in the red wedding hall, please call the name of your bride who is hiding in the school. This place must be the red wedding hall. And I should call the departed by the name they were using at the school. Right. The very name I guessed. I wonder if there'd be a reason why they want me to call them by their names here. Perhaps the departed wishes to have a groom that really knows every single thing about his bride. Everything. Even their terrifying secrets. The departed who has been hiding in Konara Academy. Your real name is... Mishu Kinukawa and Himiko Dorio. Technically not the real name, but they took their bodies and decided to become them. My voice echoes through the room. There's no answer at all, only the heavy silence filling the air. Except nothing less. I expect nothing less of you, my dear husband. I believed in you. Two people appear before my eyes. Dorio, Michio. I was hoping I was wrong. However, my guess was on the mark. Dear husband. That's a funny part. Most of this investigation into the departed more or less tells us that this really does hurt, doesn't it? But it more or less tells us that Kinukawa was wrong. Because basically, she loves bugs, but we checked her room and she loves frogs. And the room hasn't been used ever since they found the doll. So it's interesting that the whole investigation tells us that Kinukawa is the departed. But it doesn't tell us anything about Dorio. But what it is meant is basically that both of these got cursed when they found the doll. And that is that they found it together. And that's something that is something you kinda forget because you're so focused on who is the departed. That Dorio is basically just kinda hidden from it all because you never actually check through her. You just check the information about Kinukawa. Dear husband, we tested you to see if you're worthy of being our real husband or not. Both of them sounded dead, their eyes are lifeless. They don't look like Dorio and Mishu I came to know. Which is the problem, because you never actually came to know them. I do understand what you mean by it hurts. We discussed this last time when we realized that we basically smashed the shit out of her. And realized that she is the departed, that we never actually got to know her. We got to know the spirit. You two are the departed's bride, the Mayamura sisters, Mikiko and Michio Mayamura. Right, sisters was the key to unlock the truth. The departed wasn't just one entity hiding at the school, it was two. I had proof that Michio was the departed, which meant that the person who received the curse at the same time would also be the departed. Yeah, and that's something you don't really like. I personally did not think of it. But it does make sense, they got cursed at the same time. And if one of them has been dead ever since the curse, the other must have been as well. Which basically means that the mark on her cheek is basically like mold marks. Then, are you the ones causing all of the spirits to appear? That is correct. The spirit I saw clinging to Doria's back was fake. The groom only needs his bride. The bride only needs her groom. Everyone else is unnecessary. If they're allowed to keep using the dead to cause more casualties, the damage will be incalculable as their victims become new spirits. More and more people will die until the bride and groom are all that remains. That's the ending the departed desires, Jesus. So technically this is an end of the world scenario then. I have to stop this twisted madness at any cost. Dear husband, you have shown us your brilliant intelligence. You managed to learn the truth about us without being deceived by sympathy or fake deaths. Dear husband, you have shown us your incapable lineage. Due to your bloodline, you were able to see, hear, and face the spirits. Dear husband, you have showed us your stunning personality. Having formed an emotional bond with us brides, you mustered up the courage to push through your fear for us. You're not like the weak, fragile, beheaded men, or the coward who fled from the notice. You're different from those fake grooms. Dear heavens, you truly are a real husband. I'm trying to figure out how it would sound, because as I said, they sounded dead, which more or less means they don't have any feeling to when they speak. Probably like monotone or something like that, but I have difficulty trying to figure that out. They really like saying dear husband, don't they? They do. What are you going to do to me? We are the departed's bride and groom. Let us exchange our marriage vows in this red wedding hall, and spend our days in this Mishikabi chamber forever after. That is the happy ending we're longing for. But, Mikiko, your husband looks delicious. I can't control myself anymore. Your husband. And here we more or less go over to what they truly are. Michio's face changes before my eyes. How terrifying. Is this the departed's true form? To be fair, one of them basically died of mold and one of them died of bugs, so wouldn't surprise me if one of them basically looks like this. But they're definitely starting to losing it. Because they basically can't even talk normal anymore. Every time she speaks, the insects coming out of her mouth move their legs. What is that black liquid dripping from her mouth? Is that her saliva? Does she sees me as food? I'm completely disoriented. My mind can't process everything before me. I feel like the last thin thread of my sanity is going to snap. Don't rush, Michio. We must exchange vows first. Days, weeks, and months from now, our husband's body shall be dyed in Mishikabi's color. His organs shall be infested with mold and be filled with insects, making him beautiful. And that is how the wedding actually went for them. It's kind of as I thought afterwards, because they kind of were poor girls actually went through this. I'm gonna agree. but I'm not gonna like forgive the spirits that came afterwards. I would see them as two different things. We need to wait till that time, alright? Ah, what a troublesome child. Yeah, because one is big sister and one is his younger sister. Dear husband, you're a bad man. Because you really do look delicious. What is with you two and biting, but at the same time we were consumed by mold and bugs, I guess that's the reasoning. Twisted. The mark on Doria's face starts spreading like mold, disorienting her face. Is that unsightly look on her face supposed to be joy? Yeah, feel bad for what they went through, but not accept why they're doing because of it. Yeah, because sure, they're a spirit, they don't know what they're doing, but I can't just say like, yeah, I forgive them for what they did. No, they decided to basically, we're gonna curse everyone and become the departed. I will forgive the girls, but not the departed. Also, well, I'm adding about 5 minutes. God, now both of them want to bite me. They can no longer control their ravenous hunger. The figures of two brides who longed for a wedding are no longer here. Instead, what I'm seeing are now two long dead spirits who are warped by madness. Yukiko, shall we bite him together? The Uramishi look at each other. Then they hug one another. Talking about when they're running before, this moment is like, huh. After repeating the same motion several times, the boundary between the two disappears and they have turned into one. I completely forgot about that sound effect, not gonna lie. Look at us, we have consumed the scarlet marionette. Have you transformed again? Because it used to look like a spider. The upcoming cutscene contains horrifying elements players may find disturbing. Watch the cutscene. Fuck it. Sure, I already warned everyone that this basically has like gore and shit in it. Wait, has it warned us before in this game when I streamed? Because I know it used to warn me whenever I played my other save. Imagine not watching the cutscene and missing a lot of things. Yeah, but mostly it's like just like a sort of I appear kind of cutscene. So it isn't really like that bad. So this is now the true new transformation when eating the doll. And when the candlestick is relit. Nah, not really. My mind and body are overwhelmed by fear, like I'm a toad being hypnotized by a serpent. The part that has gained a new form from the swirling red mold. A grotesque-looking demon coming out of a doll's bulging belly. I can feel her intense emotions as her 4 eyes stare me down. Yeah, I just realized, like, I don't know if anyone has, like, seen this, but like, if you, like, Photoshop a photo of having 2 eyes, like 4 eyes, like 2 sets of eyes, basically, under and over each other, and the same with mouths. it actually more or less makes it look like... It looks odd, and it looks so odd that it's more or less like feels like you're drunk. Whenever you look at the image. I've done that before, it actually is very trippy as hell. The scarlet desire to devour their beloved and usher them to their demise. Can I... Is it even possible to save them? Fuck no. Bring the Doomslayer. Would the Doomslayer be able to? I don't think it would be able to, because these are spirits. They're already dead. They're not demons. Dear husband, let me bathe all of you in the color of insects. A flood of insects issue forth from their mouth and assault me. If this keeps up, I'll be eaten alive by bugs. But I can't give it up here. What should I do? Frog. I remember that. For the also, I do love I already taken like a quarter of my health. Bring the thaumaturge. That would probably work. I think. I don't know. Thaumaturge I feel is like dealing with the... Well, actually it deals with an emotion, so it might help. Dried up frog. Hold towards the insects, because I was told that the little one will be able to ward off insects. Mischievous little frog. I failed. Okay. I'm just skipping that because it basically just is me perhaps dropping the frog or something. It doesn't do anything. I held up a dried up frog to cover myself from attacking bugs. I held up the moment I lay my hand on the frog. I remember what that voice told me earlier. Frogs drive away bugs. This might work then. The departed sneers as the insects pour forth an attack. But then the insect disperses into the darkness to avoid the frog. Looks like this was the right choice. The departed shrieks in anger upon seeing the insects leave. Seem to be muttering something. What the heck is saying? Bugs? No, it's mold. Just as I think that to myself, a sharp pain runs through my arm. This actually I don't know how I would be able to deal with, because they did say that if I got cursed with the red, I would eat the doll. But if I didn't have the doll, how would I actually survive this? Also, I took 11 damage there. Jesus. Dear husband, let me bathe you in the color of mold. I get consumed by mold at this rate. No time to sit around. I already know. We were told that just moments ago. Female doll's head. Eat a little bit. Taste the chalk. Or whatever it's actually made of. Clay. Grabbing the female doll's head and try eating a piece of it. Ugh. Crunchy. The moment I lay my hands on the doll's broken remains, I remember what that voice said at that time. Eat me to protect you from the red curse. A little bit nervous, I warily take a bite of the female doll's head. Oh, I thought it was like something else I heard, but it was actually in the game. Oh, that was a weird sound. And making up in mind, I swallow it down. At that moment, both the mold and the unpleasant nausea disappears in an instant. Looks like this was the right choice. The departed sound distraught after seeing both our insects and mold cleared away. Does eating the doll mean we have eating the girls and not even the good kind. I would want to say, in a sense, yes. But with thought of them going silent and the doll being broken, I don't know if their spirit even is there, so... I don't know actually what the answer would be. Another roar, they approach me. Are they gonna eat me now? Yes. You're damn biting. Oh, here we go again. The pardon won't ever be satisfied until they kill me. Although, if the Mayamura sisters are departed, do they really want my death? The Mayamura sisters long for blissful marriage. Tell me, is this bloody ritual can't be with the dream wedding that you always wanted? What is it you really want? Your husband. Is that their answer? It sounds sad. Right in that moment, I hear something distant, from the darkness shrouding my vision. Give it back. That voice just now. I give it back, do you mean... Shit, it's not working, huh? I'm pretty sure the voice just now was the parts' true feelings, that they returned to being their mad monster form. Wait, that thing? What do you mean by that thing? Your dark soul. Fair enough. Ah, good lord. I'm pretty sure the voice just now was departed, but yeah, they went back. I guess you really can't communicate with the spirit, huh? Well, at least I got a clue now. I might be able to save the departed soul using that clue. There's something I need to give back to them. It's probably something used in a celebration, given that this is a wedding. I think it's the dress, because we do have these things. There we go. So basically, here, so brides with red thread. So the two grooms shall present the brides with red threads and smear lipstick on their teeth. Speaking of Dark Souls, have you done the other ending in the first game? No, I have not. What is the second ending? Is that just returning back to the main area? Because what I did was basically sit at the bonfire in the boss room, and that was it. At some point I might actually try to go through the game again. I'm just taking a little break, playing some other stuff. So we're gonna do Crimson Dress. We're gonna present carefully, because it didn't say put them on, it said present. I actually don't know what the second ending would be. Carefully present a red dress to the departed. Well, my hands get ahead of my body and I end up unceremoniously dumping the dress on the ground. Yeah. I linked the fire, but the second ending is just going out of the room and starting the Age of Darkness. The Age of Men. Oh! Huh. Wasn't it something like... the second game is if you actually didn't lit the fire? I'm gonna have to go and try and like get it and just walk out with it just to see what's happening. I'm kinda curious about that now. Holding the dress with both hands, I get down on my knees and offer it to the departed. I shall give you this dress. The party muttered something with a smile. Did you just tell me to give them vermilion thread? I'm pretty sure this dress is made of red silk thread, so it would fit the bill. Is this the standard custom during the real wedding? Yes, because I just read it. Is this the celebration you want? The party stares at me in silence. He seems somewhat bewildered. Maybe. I know second games take place in a different land in the same world, but I don't really know what ending it falls after. Yeah, because I just remembered somewhere, I just read quickly that, oh yeah, the second one is if you do this ending. Looks like this was the right choice. The departed takes a slow, deep breath. Perhaps the departed longs to experience a traditional M-Town wedding ceremony. Remember the true vows you longed for. The departed starts breathing heavily. Did that trigger a memory or something? Letting out a roar, they approach me. You really enjoy biting, don't you? Shit, guess that's not it. The party has gone insane once again. You're on the verge of devouring me. However, there's no way I can give up here. What the fuck is the sound they're making? Think. There must be something I can do. Yeah, one of the most stupidest things to do in a situation of being almost bitten, or they want to bite me. I'm not joking. We read it just moments ago. I believe the groom usually gives something to their bride, but it's still not enough. What else should I do? Ah, the most stupid things ever. I'm gonna reach for the damn teeth. I open the vermilion ink container to apply it to the departed's teeth. Oh, that would make sense. I don't think the second game has much of a god enemy, and thus the age of men, and then in the third game I think they were so desperate for someone to link to fire again that they were just got choose since no one else could. Ah, fair enough. Kinda wish I could actually play the other games as well. I have them on Xbox, but I'm not tempted like trying to get my Xbox to play them. I could also like try to just play some Elden Ring on my spare time as well. I don't think I'm gonna do it on stream again because I get way too lost. So I can just explore on my spare time. I believe the groom usually gives something to their bride, but it's still not enough. Oh, did you fail? Yeah, you failed. How did you fail on a 74? Man, I really want to play the other games, but I'm trying to save money for a new laptop right now. That's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I open the vermilion ink container to apply it to the departed's teeth. I completely missed if I actually failed or succeeded, to be honest. I dip my finger in the vermilion ink. I called out to the departed. Dear husband. Like, this works, but for reaching out to something's teeth that is about to bite you, that is the stupidest thing ever. Now is the time. I like this jingle for some reason. And then my motorbike broke, so money just keeps disappearing. Fair. I never extends my fingers I coated with vermilion ink towards the departed. This is what's written in the chief priest's note I found at Mikikabi's shrine. At wedding ceremonies in town, the groom is supposed to give the bride vermilion thread and paint her teeth red. All M-Town brides were overjoyed to be the receiving end of this traditional practice. Using what I got, a dress made of red silk, thread would be equated to giving the bride vermilion thread. and smearing red ink on their teeth, aligned with painting their teeth red with lipstick. Because I don't even know how I'm gonna get to class tomorrow morning at 7 AM. That's fair, to be honest. That is absolutely fair. So if I were to do that now, I want to smear vermilion ink on the departed's teeth, giving them a blessing. Ding, ding. The departed, this is the blessing that I, your groom, give to you. After a long silence, their lips curve into a smile. Then, dear husband, for so long, for so long, for you. After muttering such a thing, we exorcise them. The departed disappear with a cry that is oddly neither filled with love nor hatred. Looks like this was the right choice. Yeah, stupid right choice. Oh look, there's a rabbit dog. Let me just like go for the teeth to help it out with something. Jesus. That's more or less how I see this. It's like, it want to bite you, don't fucking go for the teeth. This should be good. Or is it? Did the departed regain their lost blessings so they can finally rest in peace? Oh, I really hope that's the case. However, a cold wind refused to stop blowing through the gaping hole in my heart. Doria, Michio. For a while, I simply stood rooted to the spot, stunned and distraught. Then I think about the way those girls simply disappeared without regaining their consciousness. I remember the look on their faces when that happened. They were smiling for some reason. It's time to go. Now that I managed to survive this ordeal somehow, there are some things that I must do. As I descend, I notice that the red handprints on the wall have now vanished. I assume that all the other strange phenomena have ceased after the departed's departure. It really is a bittersweet ending. It's like other games where it basically ends with you couldn't save them. It's like you kind of hate it, but in this sense, it's like you can't hate it because there was nothing you could do since the beginning. It's like it was already over, and you're just standing here like, there is no way we can actually get another ending because we couldn't save them. There is no way. But the hands won't move ever again. Because the two students who wanted to make that happen for school's 70th anniversary are no longer with us. The worst part is like, I understand his sense of like trying to remember them. Because yes, that's what he wanted and that's why they got cursed. Because they went up there and dealt with a doll. But the worst part is that he tries to remember them, but he remembers the spirit them because he never knew the real them. I better get out of here. Ashoka's waiting for me. It really is bittersweet. It's like... It really, really damn is. Because we never knew them. We never knew them at all. I should let Ahsoka know how this case ended. Welcome back. The spirit was possessing Ahsoka is gone now. And the light infirmary is no longer red. Is it over? Yeah. You did well. Where's Doria? We won the battle, but we lost the war. The funny part is, like, you say that in a sense, but it's as I said. We lost the war even before we started the battle. There was nothing we could do at all. It wasn't really like, yeah, we did a battle to hope to win the war. The war was over. We just continued doing a battle in a sense. South. Asuka looked at me with a gentle eyes. She then follows with a slight and knowing nod. Things happen, I see. Just tell me whenever you're ready. No rush. I'm sorry. Want me to answer that? No, it's fine. I'll do it. Hello? Trying to be a bit more cheery, will you? The annoyed tone of these harsh words. You're alive, Mashita. Yep, I failed to die. Lost my phone, so I couldn't call. Took me a while to find a working public phone. Thank God you managed to escape. I was sprinting through the damn forest so hard I wanted to puke the whole time. I almost caught my ass several times, but luckily for me they disappeared with it midway through the chase. Probably they decided to go with their husband rather than playing tag with me. How did it go on your end? It's over. The departed has vanished. Oh, okay then. Did you save the departed? I think so. I think I did. And why do you sound like you're at a funeral? Perk the fuck up, man. Mission accomplished. You should be proud of yourself. Nobody thinks you're cruel for doing what needed to be done. Sorry, but I'm not really in the mood for that. True, even if it was the final battle, the war just still happened, yeah. Like, everything was already over, like, the whole game, like, sure, the battle to the departed, taking care of the spirit, all of that is done. That war is over, but the whole, like, we learned to know two people that ceased to exist months before we even met them. It's just like, as you said, it's bittersweet. It's like there's nothing we could do. But because we learned to know them for so damn long, it's just like, as he said here, it was just empty. Yeah, no surprise at all. I'm heading there now. Give me the details once I'm there. Bye. And I can't understand that. It's like, sure, what we learned to know was basically the departed's interpretations of the girls. But it was still kind of hurt just realizing that the people we learned was not real. And the people that was real, we're never gonna learn. That was Mashita, wasn't it? I'm glad to see he's safe and sound. He says he's coming here. Can we leave once he arrives yet? You should rest. I'll contact the headmaster for you. Thanks. I'm touched by Yosoka's thoughtfulness. Since the last scene, I'm still vivid in my mind. I don't think I can deliver a professional report to the headmaster right now. By the way, South, why are you holding on to that? Oh, you mean this? I hadn't even realized it, but I'm clutching something I picked up in the clock tower. It's a female doll's head and dress. It saved my life. There's no particular reason. Maybe I'm just feeling sentimental. Well, on a brighter note, Umemusume has a new song out. Nice! Also, I do love that we're getting sentimental with a damn doll. If anyone remembers the first game, we got cursed by a doll. Well, in a way, at least, a piece of the girls is still with us. Yep. Okay, so we still have like 30 minutes. Next time... A funeral. Oh. Because there is an extra chapter. I kind of want to play that. I haven't played it yet, actually. But after that, should I go over to Dante? Or should I play... On Your Tale, which is like a detective game. Yeah. No Sleep for Kaname Dante. AI Somnium Files.
さらに深く見つめなくてはならない。たとえそこにいかなる恐怖や困難、痛みが
Before I start the other episode of this game, which is just one case,
そして愛する
I can show you which games I'm talking about.
柔らかな日が差すその日まで
I do wonder how many more games they can handle making for this series. Because they made 3 games now, but one is not a part of this series. This is the second of Deathmark. But they also have the GNG, which is like some sort of game, it's called. I love they actually have subtitles in the side there. Also, I still think it's nice, but also weird that this is like a sense of the resolution song. I was gonna skip this because first of all, I don't know if it's actually like copyright and shit. Do you want to view the credits for our backers? Nah, not right now because I don't know, like for example, songs and stuff. But they do have for backers, which is nice. Save your progress, sure. Okay, so. Oh, we also continue a bit. A week has passed since that night. Gunnar Academy hasn't changed much since my first visit, though this is only the calm before the storm. Even though the spirit has vanished, the truth and the havoc they wrought still remains. Weekly magazines and the like have been littered with articles about mysterious disappearances at an H school. It's only a matter of time before the press descends upon the school. When that happens, students will lose their normality once again. But there's nothing I can do about that. Nope, there isn't actually. We deal with the spirits, but what the spirits have done, that's something we can't deal with. I walk past the students and enter school. Also, I might actually instead start the other case next week instead of starting in the end of the stream, because there is like 20 minutes left. So I might just do this, which is the ending, and like explaining stuff, because it's kind of little nice stuff happening here and then. Ah, you're here, South. Apologies, I've been quite busy lately. I have my hands full with parents and police asking for explanations about the students who have disappeared. Though all I can do is tell them that I don't know anything, and more than they do, which is fair, you don't. Other than spirits, but that wouldn't really make sense. And so I get called an irresponsible headmaster. Quite a few people have gone missing in a short amount of time, and yet we can't share what actually had transpired, being thrust into a limbo between reality. Oh, I feel like a good message I can take from this game is you can change what happens, but not what has already happened in a way. Fair. That's actually a fair point to see it in. Sooner or later, I'll likely have to resign. Someone will be made to bear responsibility for this incident. I have no regrets, though. The case is solved, and I can hold my head high knowing what happened. Mr. Konoe, I've read your report. I feel absolutely terrible for Sakamoto, and I can't believe Dory and Kinukawa were actually the departed. I have no intention of revealing the truth, obviously. It's not like that would allay the concerns of anyone. We shall consider them to be missing persons, like Sakamoto and the others. I should be fine. The real versions of them are victims too. Actually, I was curious as why the party pretended to be Dory and Kinukawa in order to hide among the students. There doesn't seem to be a need to mingle with everyone here in order to simply find a husband. I don't know either. There are numbers of things concerning the departed that still doesn't make any sense to me, such as why they were in the clock tower. Maybe we'll get a bit more closure about that matter if you read this. He proceeds to hand me a leather journal from the nearby desk. This journal belongs to my grandfather, the first headmaster of Konoha Academy. A relative found this at their home and sent it my way. I know it's not exactly the ideal time for you to see this, but feel free to take your time looking it over. Thanks, I'll borrow this then. I guess that's all from me. But let me thank you one last time. I appreciate all your help. You helped me save Kunahakara Academy. I also wanted to extend my sincere apologies for being harsh with you. Oh, don't worry about that. I know you were desperate to save both the school and the students. I'm glad you understand. That reminds me, Diamond will be here today. Why don't you go and talk to him? Sure thing. I say my goodbyes to Mr. Konoha and leave the faculty room. Oh, faculty room, that's what we said. Diamond has been waiting in the infirmary. Long time no seen. How are you feeling, Diamond? I think resting in that hospital bed actually did me some good. I'm feeling better. Well, better is relative for me. Yeah, because he's chronically ill. He still got that lingering cough, but his voice is full of life. Seems like he's fully recovered. Sorry I had to abandon you midway. I ended up forcing everything on you. All the responsibility and emotional trauma. Yeah, I can definitely say we got some emotional trauma. Many people die because of this case. It's a bit sad and lonely knowing no one will ever learn the truth besides those of us who were involved. True. Let us remember those who died at the very least. It's a cross that all of us who were involved in the incident will have to bear. Nevertheless, we live on, believing that we will save someone else another day. It's a remark Diamond said during Hanako's case. The suffering of a doctor who constantly has to face the grim reality of death, despite that he still determines to save others. I comprehend the weight of those words a bit more now. I'll keep that in mind. Having the spirit doctor tell me what that made me feel blessed to be a doctor. Say South, I hope you keep pushing ahead in your own way, despite all the struggles that comes. There's gotta be someone out there who's just waiting for you to extend your hand. I finished my conversation with Diamond and say my goodbyes and leave the infirmary. Then I head straight out of the school. It wouldn't surprise me to make a third because I realized we have Abe and his master, which both of them basically are like spirit mediums or something. And he basically came in as a sort of side character that knows about spirits. And it's a feel a bit odd to have like such a powerful character as a side character and like just disappear in the middle of everything. School's been over for a while, so there's a few students still mingling around. Oh, who's there? Oh, it's I. What are you doing here, I? Diamond told me you were here today. Looked like I almost missed you, huh? It's all because show keeps slowing me down. Oh, shut it with your bullshit. You're the one that's at fault here. What's the point in making me dress like this even though the case is over? The case is over, but we're still gonna stick out like a sore thumb when we wear casual clothes to school. Plus, this is another great chance to wear the Kunahakara Academy uniform. You look good in a blazer, show. Yikes, stop it, you're giving me the creeps. I would have passed if I'd known it'd be like this. Yep, totally. I worked several days straight and I finally got the day off. I just want to lay on the couch and drink. Both of you complain way too much. Looks like I invited both of them here. It feels like it's been an eternity since we all saw each other last. Some of the others too, but apparently they already had plans today. Glad to see you're doing well, old man. Because you looked like a zombie when we were on that case. Is that so? You got some bags under your eyes now. Have you been staying up late? Oh, you mean this? I've been doing some work at home. Sometimes I get too caught up in my work and by the time I realize it, the sun's creeping through the blinds. I know the feeling, I can get very into work sometimes. Man, Madoka looks plain, but she is pretty cute. That's fair. That is absolutely fair, I can agree with that. You're still living that kind of life even after the case. You're one hell of a night owl. Rest is just important as work, Seth. Should we go and grab something to go and eat? Grab something. I like that idea. I know a good ramen shop. They pile on the pork and green onions. Why ramen? Oh, Jesus. My headphones are actually out of battery soon, so I basically heard battery level low. Actually, give me a second. I think I can do this without having too much issues. So I'm gonna... Oh. Fuck, now I'm hungry. Fair. Give me a second. I think I can do this. I'm gonna have to charge them, but I think if I connect them like so... There we go. Okay, now you can hear me. It's a bit lower, but that's because some reason VoiceMod just decided I have an audio issues. I can't even hear the game right now. Oh. You're gonna have to work hard today, right, Sal? You're gonna collapse if you don't take a breather once in a while. And you're not good at that. Fine. Basically, are you kind of guy or cake kind of guy or ramen kind of guy? I don't think I eat that much ramen. To be honest, I don't know if I've ever eaten ramen at all, so probably cake then. Have I ever had ramen? What the fuck is ramen actually? I know it's like noodles. But like, what is in ramen? Because I don't think I ever actually had ramen. Instant noodles. Yeah. Basically what I do is taking a package of instant noodles, put in boiling water. I'm pretty certain you're supposed to have the taste afterwards, but I put it in the water to kind of like blend it in with the noodles. Then I fry them in a frying pan together with already cooked chicken, or chicken strips basically, like kebab chicken, and some soya sauce. And I also fry an egg and lay on top. Ramen is noodles, but just saying ramen as noodles is general. Instant noodle included. Okay, fair enough. I would say both then. Damn. To be honest, I often call this like the luxury student lunch. Because most of the time people say that student lunches are nothing but like instant ramen because it's fast, it's cheap, it's just convenient. But me is like, you know what, I'm gonna have an egg and chicken as well. I just cook instant noodles without any special toppings or anything. I don't know, after I worked at a sushi restaurant, I kinda just like wanted to try. So I decided to do this, and I was like, you know what, this is fucking fire. So whenever I feel like I just want noodles, I sometimes actually go over the edge and just do some chicken as well and some egg. And if I have some garnish, I sometimes take cucumber stripes, not cucumber, carrot stripes, or some other onions or something, like spring onions or whatever. I skimmed through the first headmaster's journal Kunoa loaned me. The stuff written inside is related to the female doll and the departed. The first headmaster knew about the town's horrific ritual, the departed's wedding. He apparently learned about it from a former M-town resident. He wanted to offer condolences to the victim of the ritual and those who were claimed by the departed's wrath. He particularly pitied the Mayumura sisters, whose dream of a happy marriage was betrayed. Inside the clock tower that was built to celebrate Kunara Academy's 10th anniversary, he built a room as a memorial service, complete with an altar where he offered a western doll. That doll was a female doll in a scarlet dress. He got it from someone who dealt with spiritual items. It's said that the female doll was made to be an offering for a pitiful soul and had a hidden spiritual power. Learning that, I had not to believe that the doll could soothe the souls of the Mayumura sisters. He then dressed the doll in a beautiful bridal gown. In his mind, he was being thoughtful to the sisters, who had their matrimonial wishes twisted into a grotesque ritual. Dude, have you done the Leo Cup, by the way? If you mean the thing that is now, I am trying, but I realized that I started to do the uncapped one, and I don't have any A ranks one, so I'm kinda fucked. The first headmaster may have thought he was helping, but romanticizing the tragedy of the two brides eventually led to this disaster. The deep-seated grudge of the Mayumura sisters remained in the Kunara era, and that grudge began dwelling inside the female. Yeah, I accidentally did the same, and now I'm suffering for it. Yeah, because I tried first, I tried the other one the other time, and it was like, you can only do things that it's below B, or below B+, and it's like, most of mine are B+. I don't have any good Bs, basically. So it was like, I just tried, and sometimes I won, sometimes I lost, so I thought, okay, let's try to do uncapped. But the problem is I don't have any A rank, and I'm like losing like shit. Eventually the departed was born. And that's where the journal ends. The first headmaster passed away after that. Perhaps the departed's curse killed him as well. To be honest, I thought it was gonna end earlier with this game. Apparently it was actually good timing. 60 years later, the departed appeared at the Kunara Academy. No one ever truly know how or why such a thing occurred. You can only imagine or speculate. Also, the loading screen manga pages got some new ones. Yeah, I saw that as well. That's nice. After the first headmaster's death, the female doll disappeared. It was taken from the clock tower, or at least the part normal people could access. The place the doll ended up must have been the Red Room, somewhere only the departed could access. They were waiting a new vessel other than the doll, one which they could make their dream of a happy marriage come true. The replacement finally came after so many years. One summer break, two female students visited the clock tower. Those two students were the real Michio Kinukawa and Emiko Kodorio. They were there for the clock tower renovation project to commemorate the school's 7th anniversary. The departed brought them to the altar room and... Are you saving for the Halloween banner, by the way? I'm saving for Super Creek and Rice Shower. I actually am. The Super Creek one, I don't remember how it looked, but I'm kinda like... believe it looked really good. But I think that Rice Showers is so damn adorable, I actually kinda want that one. But I'm actually saving up for that. I didn't know it was gonna be one, but I did check for fun if there was like a list. And they did say that yes, it's gonna be one later on, and I'm gonna wait for that. How many do I have in polls? Hold on, I had my phone here. I think I have like at least 20 polls. Let's say 20 polls. I might have 30. Dory and Michio I'd come to know were fakes. Everything was an act. Yeah, Super Creek looks really good and Rice just adorable, especially her skill animation. Yeah, I have seen that because sometimes I like go through like Umamasume shorts. I'm just seeing that it's like, yeah, nice. I have around 7,500. Nice, I am at 5,300. So I would say, yeah, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I would say I have about like 30 pulls. Don't know if that's gonna be enough, but hey, I'm gonna try. Did I really need to go so far just to test me to see if I was worthy of marriage? Why did they do all of that? This is just a hunch, but maybe the departed stole Dory and Misha's memories. They might have noticed there were other ways to satisfy their deep, unrealized wishes. You can probably get enough for a 6k ban before the banner. Yeah, probably. If I just continue play a bit, then I could definitely try to get there. The departed spent their days in the school trying to stay near their husband, having conversations and swapping smiles like any other youths. Born in a feudal town 100 years ago, maybe they never had an opportunity to experience that before. As a result, their love for their husband grew. This would have been something that they truly treasured. That might have been how they could act so natural, protecting the glittering youth. Who knows? Maybe they even wish they could just continue living in that way. I still am uncertain why I can't hear shit, to be honest. It's only like OBS shit I can't hear, by the way. I can hear my computer stuff. Except they were spirits. They couldn't escape their sanguinolite fate. In order to fulfill their desire of marriage, they ended up choosing the spirit's path. Perhaps it was the only way they knew to get what they craved. I wonder what the departed was trying to say at that time. Did it have something to do with love? Even their intense resentment disappeared just by imitating Emmetown's traditional wedding. Was that also because of their love? If that's true, my strange life as a teacher and the time I spent with them was not so in vain. Because that way the memories we made together are what ended up saving those girls. Yeah, I just checked the present box and we got 3000k, so I'm sure you'll have enough for like 5-10 pulls. 5 would be like 7.5, right? So I would say at least 4. I would say at least 4 just in case, but perhaps 5. Because 5 would be, yeah, 4 is 6,000, so I would like 7,500. After learning both sides of the coin. Fuck it, I'm gonna forgive the departed. I want to forgive the departed because they believe the departed is the girls. Personally, I wish to split them apart. The girls, I wish to like forgive for what they have gone through and what they had to do to get there. But the departed is like a twisted thing they created, and that I don't want to basically forgive. But I'm gonna do that just because of like the whole, I think they think of it as the same. I reach for my cup after that. Coughing down a liquid inside, I get up from my seat to check the time. The day has already changed. Late at night, guess it's time. Time to start working. This is actually kinda nice, to be honest, what it's doing. I head to my room on the second floor, and then... Alright, all done. I finally managed to fix it. That's fair. The departed is just the girls that they got twisted. They might not be in full control, who knows, yeah. I don't think they was, but for me it's like they created an entity. When I don't wish to forgive the entity, but I wish to forgive the girl for like creating the entity. I was able to use the techniques I learned at the workshop I found when looking up information about doll care. Though it's fixed, her soul won't come back. This female doll saved my life. The departed's grudge moved from this doll to Midoriya and Michio. So, who was the spirit inhabiting this doll? I have a hunch. It may have been the souls of the real Michio and Doria. Those two girls were brimming with spiritual energy, which is likely why the departed choose to claim their bodies. I have a hunch that their souls dwelled inside the doll after they were killed. The way the doll appeared, changed, and the departed transformed might be evidence that the girl's soul were still connected to their bodies. So the doll was wandering around the school without their memories, not knowing what to do. Despite being in the confused state, their fear and resentment of the departed still remained. That's why they helped me. Still, what's the point of me fixing this doll? It's not like it will speak again if it's mended. Plus, even if it were to talk, what useful information would it possibly have for me? As far as I know, the souls contained within this doll belong to the actual Mission Doria, not the fake versions who consider me their teacher. It's a pointless undertaking that I have a feeling it only will make me feel emptier inside. So why do I keep doing this? I guess it's a form of prayer. It won't change anything, though I also believe that it isn't for nothing. I believe some souls will be saved if I do this. Hang on a little longer, you two. As I said, it's really fucking wholesome. It just like, it's not like it's trying to like get back their souls. It's not trying to like, I miss you, I can't be like without that there. But it's like, it's just like the spirit took them. It's like, I want to just repair the doll that you